Judge cranks one. Deep left field. A grand slam.
Bases loaded. Hits the stand. Swung on. And drilled deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
Lost. You're not going to hit the ball. You're going to swing and miss.
Now it's Chisholm. High drive. Right field. Goodbye.
Hello and welcome to the 8th Vinny Talks Yanks. I'm your host, Vincent LaRose, and today got a little bit to talk about. Not a great, week since my last episode. For Yankees fans, as you all probably know by now, Gerrit Cole is out. He does need Tommy John surgery. So that's a tough loss because Gerrit Cole is not a guy you can replace. So now we're gonna need some guys to step up. Max Fried's been an ace before, so it's not the absolute end of the world. You still have Rodon, Schmidt. Schmidt should be good for the season, as I said. Stroman, thank God we did not trade him, because oh my God, that would have been a disaster. Because he is a guy who has at least been good in the first half of his career, first half of the season for the majority of his career. He's had some good full seasons before. Plus the additions with our defense should help us a little bit with Stroman. Right now the 5 spot, I believe they're thinking, I believe, my opinion, Carlos Carrasco is probably going to get that spot, as if you don't sign him to a major league contract, you lose out on him. So I think they're going to give him that shot, and then if not, though, you never know. Will Warren has been lighting up spring training, so it's a high possibility they may give Will Warren the shot. So, anyways, back into the Cole injury. You lose your ace. It's a big one. The good news about it is you do get $27 million in insurance. Insurance covers 75% of the player's contract if they're out for the full season, so they will receive $27 million of his $36 million on the books this year. That being said, he doesn't get taken off of payroll, so we're still over that luxury tax. You still get that $36 million hit. You still get the $27 million back, though, so if the truth is the money is the problem, there shouldn't be an issue going out and now you need a third baseman. Now you have no choice. You have Stanton's out. I think now they haven't officially ruled out injury, but it's like it doesn't look like he will get the injury. It looks like they'll keep giving him the shots in his elbows. I don't remember exactly what I know they're not cortisone shots, the other ones. For him to continue to play, but of course, as we get that news, it's like, oh yeah, he's still dealing with some left calf tightness, though. So we're still going to take it pretty easy. I saw the report was they're being optimistic and thinking he should be back by Memorial Day. Which, if he should be back by Memorial Day, expect him back just before the All-Star break. That's my rule with the Yankees, because they always do stuff like that. So, it's tough. Injuries have hurt, but, not like we haven't had injuries in the past, so is what it is. I still believe he's not expected back till June, probably more likely after the All-Star break. And that's what the Yankees are dealing with right now. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough spot. You lose a lot of guys, but it's still the beginning of the year, and there's no excuse on reason why not to go out and get guys, especially with definite injuries we have now. And there's no excuse not to at least compete in the before the trade deadline. Get some guys to come over. Help make this push, because the American League still sucks. Makes no difference. So yeah, I mean, even with the injuries, the MLB has us listed. I mean, I don't care about MLB rankings; they're usually horrible. They have Mets at 3. Anyways, they dropped us all the way to 8. They now think that the Orioles will win the division. I believe, I think they have the Orioles winning the division now over us. I think they have us in 3rd behind the Red Sox. Last time I checked, but it might be 2nd. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't give any teams credit who haven't proven themselves yet. I mean, the Red Sox obviously in the past have proven themselves, but not with this current roster they have. Although Bregman will likely be very good for them, that was a great pickup. But the Orioles have done absolutely nothing except to win 101 games one season and have not been great since. So that proves absolutely nothing to me. And fortunately for us, we had quite a worse roster in, in 22 and got carried by one man. So I am not at all unconfident about this team's ability to win the division or make it to the playoffs. But anything can happen in the playoffs, so you can't guarantee anything there. But we'll see. I mean, it's been a tough couple of days. Injuries after injuries. You know what I mean? So it's tough. I know I don't have a lot of listeners, but if you're a Mets fan and you guys think you're still better than the Yankees, you're stupid because you guys haven't proven anything yet. Just because Juan Soto's good in spring training doesn't mean he can catch a fly ball because he's proven that as well. So, but all trolling aside, there's a lot of teams in the National League that look very good. So, thankfully they're in the National League, so it's not like we're competing against them to get in the playoffs, but I see 4 better teams than the Yankees right now that if we did end up going to the World Series again, we'd likely face and we'd likely probably lose with this roster construction. This $27 million are getting back, now it's public information, it's much more easy to access said information, not like in the past. So I don't know how insurance worked in the past. I just know that we're getting $27 million back for Gerrit Cole being out the whole season. And guess what? That $27 million should go right back into the roster because, we need hitters. Judge cannot be the only guy. Cody Bellinger's great, inconsistent. Paul Goldschmidt's great, but he's old. There's a lot of worries. Jazz Chisholm hasn't really proven himself yet. Austin Wells has looked great this spring training, but again, he hasn't proven himself yet. And the downfall with the Yankees organization is, this guy's had a great 2 weeks. He's going to be good all season, so we're going to put a lot of trust in him now. Please don't do that. I mean, as much as I love Anthony Volpe and he's a great player, spring training, and I think it was when he came up, 23, yeah. Spring training 23 is a great example of, wow, he's amazing. We called him up. I agreed with the call-up. I'm not saying I hated the call-up, but he was not good at all. I mean, he had a 2020 season, 20 home runs, 20 stolen bases, but what did it do for us? We didn't even make the playoffs. Last year got better, and this year it looks like it's going to get even better. So, but again, my point is you cannot just trust a good spring training into, this is our guy for the rest of the season. So we shall see. I saw a lot of reports, 22 was that year where it's like, we ran out of money, even though we're billion-dollar organization, but we ran out of money, so we went out and got guys like Willie Calhoun and I can't remember everybody, but Willie Calhoun was hitting 4th for us for like a month. Yeah, that's inexcusable as the Yankees organization. You guys have you guys have so much money, and to get guys like that, and then it sucks because it makes Aaron Boone look like a horrible, he has no baseball knowledge because he has to sit there and be like, yeah, no, Willie Calhoun can bang. No, he can't. He has not banged his entire career. You guys know what I mean. So stop putting that guy in a spot to where he has to. You can't just say he sucks. He's on your team. You have to say he's good. I just don't. I don't understand it. I don't know with this open money. Maybe go get a guy again. Not like this guy he's great, but go get a backup like Verdugo or something like that. Hasn't signed with anybody. Just go out, get something like that. That's better than what we did in 22. Just please, I was gonna say Dominguez didn't look great, but I think he went 3 for 4 yesterday with 3 RBIs. He had a triple, a double, and I think a single too. He was a home run shy of the cycle. Again, spring training, as I was saying, it's not nothing insane, but at least that looks to be connecting a little bit more. So the team is in a good enough spot to make the playoffs, and that's the problem with the Yankees. The organization. I can't even say everybody. I think it's just Hal Steinbrenner at this point because it looks like Cashman wants to make moves, but he's just been told no from the reports of we've run out of money for free agents, blah 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 blah. I feel like he does want to go out and get more guys, but he's just being told no from a guy who's the just dude, you're such a spoiled rich kid, bro. That's the best I could say. I mean, I know Cohen has so much more money than you, but like it's an investment, and the investment is going to give its return. So invest in something that's going to give you a return. I know, like, you made so much money in the World Series alone. Like, stop with this. We don't have money. It's aggravating. I know it's not just Hal Steinbrenner. I know it's like a group of people, but he has majority stake, and he's ultimately the final decider. So I'm tired of hearing this. We have no money. We have no money. Especially if you got $27 million back for Gerrit Cole's insurance. You better go. I don't care if you get it. You got it the day he was announced, or you don't get it for another 3 years. You're getting the money back, so go spend it. It's annoying. You know, I know with the 10, I think it's 101%, whatever the heck, whatever it is. You know, you really only have like 13 million, maybe 12 million extra to spend, where it would make up for that 27 million. And yes, is it annoying to spend 12 million on a guy and then send 12 million out to for like teams like the Athletics and the Rays who refuse to spend money? Yeah, it's annoying, but like, you have a fan base who's willing to spend more than enough money to come to games, spend money on food, spend money on to park, all that. You get more than enough investment back from your fans to make that worth a while. So I'm tired of it. But, you know, there's not a lot of guys out there, and that's truthfully the problem. You know, there's not a million guys out there. You know, I know J.D. Martinez is still available. So maybe, sign him $5 million. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think that's a good signing. But I'm just saying, there's not a lot of guys out there. And I do understand that. You know, there's not much out to go and get. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I know, like, there's random guys like Rizzo's still a free agent, Verdugo's still a free agent, J.D. Martinez is still a free agent, and a couple here and there, but nothing worth. I understand not spending the money in that area, because there's nothing worth giving one of those guys $10 million and having to spend $22 million after the luxury tax on that said contract to get mediocre production, and not something that's actually going to make the team that much better. But go out and make a trade, please. You know, we have good prospects, and I mean, I get it. You know, a lot of people don't look at our farm system and think it's the greatest. It's not. It's really not that great. But, you know, fortunately, I understand the other side to it, where we're not really in a spot to just trade our top prospects, because we have a roster that's completely depleted, and if we trade our top prospects, that's putting us in a spot to where we have no prospects to even call up and to back up anything up, and we're going to have to go back into that phase where we're signing just random vets that have just not been good in years. So it's such a sticky situation, and like, even I'm quick to get upset once it's like, okay, you have that $27 million, go spend that $27 million, make the roster better. Please make the roster better, because this roster is not good. It's not good, not that it's not good. It's not good enough. You know, the bullpen needs. I don't think the bullpen's as good as in years past, as the Yankees have had. So there's a lot of different scenarios where this could play out, and I think the Yankees really need to take advantage of some. Sign some guys. You know, I don't think we're gonna be what is it, 22 maybe, the 22 Giants, maybe it was 21, winning 114 games, something like, not 14, it was like 110, but winning 110 games, beating the Dodgers. I think it's only the one time in the past 11 years the Dodgers haven't won their division, so that's not gonna happen. I mean, it's not. Stop. I mean, so. It's such a sticky situation, and good GMs and good managers will make it work. So we'll see where the Yankees decide to go from here. It's a tough spot, and who knows at this point? Who knows? But besides all that, let's get into the recent transactions and roster updates the Yankees had. So they have, on March 11th, Spencer Jones and Everson Pereira were sent back down to the minor leagues. They're both optioned to AAA, just as George Lombard Jr. has been re-signed as well. injury updates to this point. Mark Leiter Jr. still having a barky back like Schmidt, but he should be good for the opening day. In Hamilton, back in April, he had an infection. I don't remember what the infection was, but he's just late in building up. There's no true injury, so he should be good in April. Stanton the injury has now been brought up to torn tendons in both elbows, which is not great. So, yeah, we'll see. Gerrit Cole, Jake Cousins, same 4R strain. Maztek, oblique. Heel, it's saying June. Like I said, I wouldn't expect him till after July. LeMahieu with the calf strain, probably April. And everything else to that point is about the same. So, yeah, so injuries and all that have... Sorry about that. Had to get the dogs to calm down. But, roster transaction and injuries. That's about it so far. So, everybody's expected to... Everybody that's going to be actually in play this season is expected, for the most part, back in April. Except for Heel. And Loizac, I think, is May. So... But let's move on. Let's get into now. They have given Carlos Rodon the nod for the opening day starter, which he's done in his past. So I think it's more of just how spring training starts to line up and who lines up the best. So he will be the opening day starter against the Brewers, I believe. I think the Yankees start their season against the Brewers, which should be kind of cool to see Nestor pitch against us. Let me check real quick. Yep, we open the opening days against the Brewers. It is against Peralta. So the Yankees will open their season against the Brewers on the 27th. It's a Thursday. They have the next Friday off, which I can't stand that they do that, but they do that so every team can get whatever. So yeah, but we'll see. I'm not upset about the Rodon stuff. Again, like I was saying, it's more of just like what lines up. The baseball's really gotten away from the who's the best you're gonna get the day, or you know what I mean. Like you guys know what I mean. It's really more who lines up for that. It's a cool first game of the season, but it's not. There's 161 after it. So we'll see. I think likely. We'll see a lot of the relief pitchers that day too as well, who end up making the roster, as we do have a day off on the next days off. So close game, you might see Devin Williams. So a couple guys that used to play the Yankees that play on the Brewers and vice versa. So a little bit of a reunion kind of thing. But the Yankees, they're in a tough spot right now. So we'll see how the season plays out. I think my next video will be the last one before opening day. So I'll probably wait until we get the final roster to talk about it. Maybe some surprises. I don't think so as of now. I think it's going to be about expected. I think Ben Rice just gets to jump up because of the Stanton injury, and I think Carrasco makes the roster. Although they haven't sent Warren down yet, which I find interesting. But I think Carrasco gets that fifth spot. And they might throw Warren in the bullpen only because of the injuries we have. I know Maztek, a guy I thought was going to be thrown into the bullpen because of the injuries, and it looks like he's not even going to be on the opening day roster. So it's probably going to be Will Warren on there just to be in a bullpen role, or it could be the other way around. They might have Carrasco in a bullpen role, so we'll see. But I'll give a little bit more of insight when we get the actual final 26-man roster. I think it releases. I don't remember what day it releases before, but whatever day it does end up releasing, if it's not the weekend before the games, I will I'm not sure if it is, because I think there's spring training games all the way up until the 25th, so it wouldn't be till the 26th where we get the final roster. So I'm going to try my best to squeeze something in there. Maybe I'll do an episode next Sunday on the 23rd, and then just do a short little thing just announcing the roster and if I have any opinions on that. But we'll see. There's not much to talk about that we haven't already talked about in the past. It's unfortunately the Yankee spring training has been full of just injuries and bad news, and the Yankees management being super heavily criticized for not preparing, like not even thinking to prepare for anything like this. You never expect a guy like Gerrit Cole to get Tommy John, but Heel has had past injury problems. Schmidt has had past injury problems. Fried has had past injury problems. Rodon has had past injury problems. So to not really prepare yourself for, especially starting, I know we had 6 starters to come out, and I know Warren has high expectations. So I know you walk in thinking, oh, I do have 7. But immediately 2 go, now you're down to 5, and the season hasn't even started yet. So, we'll count it as 6 because I think Carrasco does make the roster. So, but, it just seems like poor management has yet again, same thing from since 2009 that has been hurting the Yankees. Just for some reason, I think, in a couple of years, if we haven't won anything, they'll start talking about the George curse, George Steinbrenner curse, sold his soul to get us everything, got us all those championships, and the second he passes away, we have gotten nothing. We have gotten absolutely nothing. We've been 1 game away from the World Series. We've lost the World Series. It's been a rough going at it since 2009. Granted, not as rough as other teams. At least we've made the World Series. At least we consistently make the playoffs. So I feel I don't know if I'd be in a worse spot if it was a team like the Dodgers, who have won 2 World Series, one kind of doesn't really count, and have put so much money and gotten all these guys, unlike the Yankees have. The Yankees have, for some reason, the past couple of years, have just been trying to piece it together instead of getting the guaranteed guy that put us over the top. So, we'll see, Last little thing I'll shoot in there is I've heard a lot of talk, a lot of different opinions on the beard stuff, which I find kind of funny. I want to end it on a little bit more of a lighthearted note. Guys like Judge, as in, like, if you avoid playing on the Yankees because you can't have a beard, you shouldn't be playing here anyways. That's probably not the exact quote. I'm probably very wrong, but that's what he said. And then a guy like Boone has said, if we missed 1 guy because of the policy, that's 1 guy too many, which is more of my thinking about it, because why do you have a beard policy to miss out on? Who cares, I understand, like, there was a quote the other day where it's like, we're not going to be Duck Dynasty, where it's like, yeah, I don't think anybody, I think the only guy you have in the MLB signing up for that is probably Brandon Marsh. He probably loves something like that, but I don't think that was ever the intention. So it just seems like the power at the top is a little abusing it and saying these things, and not a single person at the bottom is like, I don't think we were trying to do that anyways, man, but alright. Could have been said as a joke, though, who knows. But, but it's gone. So that's the best part about it. It's gone. So it's nice to see. Another bright note, too. Fried looked really good in his last spring training start, so that's nice. Stroman still, I didn't see his last start. I know he was struggling up to that point, so we'll see. I believe they have another game today. They have 2 games today, actually. So I'll probably tune into that, see how that goes. I'm not sure who's starting, but let me check just for curiosity. They're at warm-ups. Both games are in warm-up. Look at that. They're both one. That's our Cam Schittler starting, so that's our AAA game. So Tampa Bay is our regular game. They have Rice leading off, Dominguez in the 2. Cabrera gets to start at first base, ironically. Who is this? Oh, Pablo Reyes. That's right. Pablo Reyes, they have him at second. Jorbit Vivas third. Alex Jackson catcher. The Squid, Andrew Velasquez, shortstop. Munguia? Is that the one I couldn't pronounce when we first... Ishmael Munguia. And then at center, Gabriel's in right field. These guys are hitting for almost 500. That's kind of funny. I'm just worried about... Yankees have Brandon Lieber starting. So I don't think we have... Yeah, nothing too crazy out today. Is that Tommy Pham? Oh my god, I didn't even know the Yankees had Tommy Pham. That's kind of cool. I like looking at that. Never mind, I'm stupid. That's Pittsburgh. I'm sorry for even saying that. Oh no, the Pittsburgh game is the MLB lineup. I hate that they do that, but anyways, they got Wells in the 1, Judge at 2. Damn, Judge only hitting 125. Yeah, he always starts so slow. Ballinger's hitting 500 in spring training. Look at that. He's shutting me up real quick. So is Goldschmidt hitting 300. These guys look great. Chisholm looks horrible bad at 156. Welpe also doesn't look great at 152. Grisham, Doo Smith. I don't know why if you looked at the MLB thing, it says Doo Smith. I don't know why it does that. It's kind of funny. And then they have Peraza at 3rd. So we shall see. I don't know. I think Dominic Smith might be a sneaky guy that lands on the roster too, because of the the whole thing where it's like, oh, you don't sign them, you lose them, and unless they agree to sign to a minor league contract, which is unlikely because there's a lot of teams that could use two guys guys like Dominic Smith and Carlos Carrasco in either their rotation or their lineup. So, but we'll just keep going and see how it goes. So if anything crazy happens, I will hop on that next week and we'll see how it goes. So thank you for listening. I hope everybody has a wonderful day.